Welcome to the book of Isaiah, Yeshayahu, chapter 32, Perek Lamed Bet, a chapter that continues the theme of the coming of Sancheriv, King Chizkiyahu, and the rescuing of Jerusalem, while at the same time the 10 tribes are destroyed by Sancheriv, king of Assyria. So the chapter begins, Perek Lamed Bet, Pasuk Aleph. Hein letzedek imloch melech ulesarim lemishpat yashoru. The king is going to be king for justice, and the ministers of the king, what do they look to the king for? They look for justice. And Rashi points out this is saying that this prophecy is talking about King Achaz, the father of Chizkiyahu, who even though he himself was a wicked king, his son Chizkiyahu was a righteous king and delivered the great miracle in his time. Hashem did the miracle, but it was in his time that the Assyrians, Sancherib, was not able to conquer Jerusalem. And now we're saying that Chizkiah is going to be so great for Jerusalem. He is going to be like a shelter from the wind. When there's this hurricane, you look for a nook in the stone that's going to save you from the wind, and that is what Chizkiah is to Jerusalem, because he saves Jerusalem from Sancherib. He will be like something that can hide you from a tsunami, from a overwhelming washing of water. Like water streaming in a dried area, like water streaming in a desert. Kitzel sela kaved be'eretz ayefa, like the shadow of a heavy rock in a tired land. Like a shadow in a tired land. Velotishena einei ro'im, and the eyes of those who see this miracle will not be plugged up, as he accused the Jewish people in other chapters. Ve'oznei shomim tikshavna, and those who listen those who open their ears and will want to hear are actually going to get the message. So in the days of Chizkiyahu, there's going to be more of a reception to what is being said from Hashem. Velevav nimharim yavin ladat, the heart of the quick to judge and quick to do very fast things, meaning the sinful Bnei Israel, who usually act very impulsively, their heart is going to understand and knowledge. Uleshon ilgim temaher ledaber tzachot, and the mouth of those who are unable to speak properly is going to speak very beautifully, very properly. Basically, things are going to get much better in the days of Chizkiah. Lo yikare od lenadav nadiv. Lo yikare od lenaval nadiv. We will no longer call the naval is like a bad word. It's like someone who is a very poor character, a sneaky, negative guy. You will not call the naval, this crook, this bad person. You will no longer call him generous. Ulekilai lo yamer shoa, and no one will praise the stingy person as some kind of rich benefactor. Ki naval nevala yedaber velibo yase aven, because the bad person, he's going to do bad stuff, and his heart is always going to think of negative things to do. Lasot chonef, and he'll think of just negative flattery to the wicked. Uledaber al Hashem to'ah, and to speak to Hashem negatively and inappropriate things. Laharik nefesh ra'ev, he's going to think of how to rob the hungry. Umashket sameach sir, and to take liquid from the thirsty. But unlike in previous times where that person was praised and told that he's righteous, now people will actually tell them they are doing something that is negative. V'chilai kelav ra'imhu, and the cheater who has cheating vessels, like they used to cheat in business with the weights and the scales, zimot yatz lechabel anim, he's always thinking of these sneaky ways to hurt the poor people, beimrei sheker, with negative and false statements, ubedaber avion mishpat, and when the poor person actually has the law on his side, then he's also looking to undermine the poor person. The nadiv, but the generous person, nadivot ya'atz, The righteous and generous person, he is always seeking to do acts of generosity. And he is going to stand and be established firmly because of his generosity. Bottom line is, in the days of Chizkiyahu, if you're a righteous person, if you're a good person, then you will be praised. If you're a bad person, you'll be acknowledged for what you are. And that's the end of this section. Now we have a line break of Parsha Stuma. And we now start a new prophecy, which literally is speaking to the women, but Rashi says it's speaking to the countries and cities. So here we go. Pasuk Tet, verse 9. Nashim sha'ananot komna shmana koli. The relaxed and tranquil women, come hear my voice. Rashi says this speaks both to cities and to states who are sitting peacefully, but they do not know that the Babylonians are coming and things are about to get much worse. Banot botchot ha'azena imrati. Trusting women or cities, listen to what I have to say. Pasuk Yud. Yamim al shana tirgazna botchot ki khala batzir osef b'liyavo. The year after year, the bad things, those who are dwelling with confidence are going to be shaken up. Meaning to say, the earthquake you guys are about to see, not a little earthquake, but the coming of Sancheriv, is not going to last a day or 2 days. It will be long term. Yamim al shanat yirgazna. This anguish and angst is going to last more than a day, more than a year. Ki kala batzir osef b'liyavo. Because the time of harvest is gone, and the time of gathering all the food into the house, like we have in the holiday of Sukkot Chag Asif, that too is going to be gone, and another season going by, and nothing good would happen. Chirdusha ananot, you tranquil women, or as Rashi says, cities, you should start being afraid, you should start being concerned. Regaza, you should start being shaken. Botchot, the ones who are sitting and all confident, unconcerned, pshota ve'ora v'chagora al chalatzayim. You will start wearing a belt and something that indicates that you are not in your normal state, meaning you're in exile. You're wearing like a worn down clothing, a belt, and basically you're going into exile. Pasuk Yudbet, al shadayim sofdim al sdei chemed al gefen poria. You will tap yourself and start mourning and crying with such pain for the beautiful fields, for the fruitful vineyard that is being destroyed. Al admat ami, this is a very difficult pasuk to read. Pasuk Yud Gimel. Al admat ami kotz shamir ta'ale, ki al kol batei masos kirya aliza. On the land of my people there will be a prickle. And the reason there will be a prickle, because things are going to be destroyed. Ki al kol batei masos kirya aliza. All the houses of the city of Jerusalem are going to grow prickles. Ki armon nutash, because the palace, being the temple, is going to be abandoned. Hamon ir uzav, the multitudes of the city are going to leave. Ofel uvachan haya be'ad me'arot, the towers and the fortresses are now can be seen as caves. Adolam masos praimir e adarim, a place for the wild animals to and the domesticated animals to eat. Basically, even your fortresses are going to be destroyed until when? Some say this fortress is talking about the Beit HaMikdash. Ad ye'areh aleinu ruach mimarom, until God will pour His Spirit on us from above. V'hayam midbar lekarmel, and the desert will become somewhat of a forest. V'hakarmel liyar yechashev, and the smaller forest will become a great forest. V'shachan, and now we're talking about like a messianic deliverance. Pasuk Tzayin. V'shachan b'midbar mishpat utzdaka b'karmel teshev, and the in the desert you're going to see justice and charity in the forest. Pasuk Yudzayin, very famous pasuk. V'hayam ma'aseh tzedakah shalom v'avodat tzedakah shket v'vetach ad olam. The acts of charity is going to bring peace, and the work for charity will bring quiet and tranquility forever and ever. Beautiful pasuk. V'yashav ami benaveh shalom, and my people will sit in a place of dwelling of peace. Uvemishkenot mivtachim, uvemnichot sha'ananot, and in trustworthy places and in calm, relaxed places that you can be. Uvarad beredet hayar ubashfilat yishpal ha'ir. However, the hail is not going to go down on the fields, on the crops, but it's going to go in the forests and in the plains. Ashreichem zorei al kol mayim. Praised are you, Israel, who are now willing to plant when there's tons of water, and you send the donkey and the ox because you're plowing. There's just so much food, there's so much business to be done. That is pasuk lamed bet, and it's a combination. We start off with saying that things are great because Chizkiyahu is righteous. Then we have the nashim sha'ananot, the tranquil women who don't see the danger that's coming, and then we have this messianic deliverance that will eventually come by. That has been Parak Lamed Bet in the book of Yeshayahu.